Okay, YouTube. Hi. You are watching Chris on Chris's Real Talk, and it has been a while. It is the 23rd of the 8th, 2019. The last few weeks for me they've been scary. They've been very difficult for myself and my family. I have got some health concerns, and for those of you that follow me on Facebook, you are going to be aware of this. For those who don't know, I have been talking about it for a while. I've just been waiting to get unfortunate confirmation as to what it is that I'm actually suffering with. So I'm going to share that with you now, and to what it's going to entail, and what the conditions are going to be, and everything else. So I've been recently diagnosed with lymphoma. I have cancer, and I wish I was joking, but I'm not. So I have lymphoma, and it's quite an aggressive cancer, but I'm not just curable, because curable for me means, I'm not just treatable, I am curable. So treatable is hopeful but kind of negative. Curable is extremely positive and obviously curable. Now, although it is quite aggressive, it's actually more aggressive than we previously thought. We found out today it is quite intense, and I'm going to have to be in hospital from Monday for the first lot of my chemo for 2 weeks, without being able to go home on very, very hard hitting, very strong chemotherapy. And it is going to drag me down, and it's going to destroy my immune system, and I'm not going to get a chance to see my kids. I'm not going to get a chance to see my family, and it's scary, and it is life-threatening. And the thing is, I have to hold on to being told I'm curable, because I have to get better. I have to get better, not just for me, but for my family. I have to get better for my kids. You see, I want to see them grow up. I want to see them become my age. I want to see grandchildren. So I'm determined to get better with every ounce of my being. I am going to get better. I'm going to have the world's most immense positive mental attitude towards having this disease, even though at some point I may actually feel like Professor Dumbledore in one of the Harry Potter films, when I have to take the medicine and it makes me just really want to stop. When he's drinking the water out of the shell and he's like, "Kill me," like that sort of thing. I have to have the chemo. I have to. But it is going to be absolutely horrendous for my body, and if I get a cold, for example, it could kill me. That's how strong these drugs are, and how much it actually destroys the body as well as the cancer. So this is what's happening with me at the moment. For those of you that are just joining me, that didn't do this on a playback, I am Chris. You are watching Chris's Real Talk for the first time in a long time, about something that's actually real, which isn't trivial, which is something that matters to me, which is something that is impacting myself. It's impacting on my friends. It's impacting mostly on my family. You see, and I've had to keep it together so much. I have had to keep everything not bottled up, but controlled, because I can't let my kids see me. They can't know exactly what it is that daddy's suffering with. So my advice to everyone, because you may have seen this on Facebook, or you may have heard about it, but my advice to everyone, men and women, okay? When you go to the toilet, if you go to the loo and you have a number 2, you have what you think is a decent poo, you see, and when you wipe, you notice even the smallest amount of blood. Don't take it for granted. Don't just think, oh, it's only a hemorrhoid, or it's just piles, or don't brush it off, because that's what I did for 2 months. 2 months I brushed it off thinking it was nothing, and it got slowly, progressively worse, to the point where I thought, this is not normal. This needs to be seen by a doctor. And yes, it is uncomfortable being seen by a doctor. Yes, you'll probably have a bit of your dignity stripped away when they stick a finger up there to see what's going on. And if they do find something, yes, it does take away even yet more dignity when you have to have a camera up there. But please, for the love of God, go and get checked out. It's better to lose a little bit of dignity than to leave something, not know what it is, to find out that it is something that could kill you. And if you catch it in time, there's a good chance that you'll kill it. And hopefully that's what I've done. And I know I left it for 2 months thinking it was nothing, but I'm hoping that I've caught it in time, because I can't leave my kids. I can't leave my family. I am not going to be, another death caused by cancer. I'm going to cause the death of cancer in me. I'm going to fight it. Even when I'm having low days, I'm going to try and be the most upbeat cancer patient ever. I can't let this destroy me. I cannot let this destroy my family. And I can't leave my children. I have to get better for them. So if you have any kind of bleed anywhere that is unnatural, it's not normal, especially from your back passage, go and see a doctor. You might not want to hear that it's cancer. No one wants to hear that it's cancer. Believe me, I didn't want to hear that it was cancer. But when you look at the bigger picture, I'm glad I found out it was cancer, because if I'd left it, and I'd left it, and I'd left it, it would have killed me. And now I know. Now I'm getting treatment. Treatment actually starts next week, Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. And it is going to be difficult, and it is going to take a toll on my body. It is. But for all the time that I'm in there, I'm going to try and keep people updated on Chris's Real Talk, because this is as real as it gets. If I get 5 minutes or so to go downstairs and have a vape, if I go down, if I can get away from the ward just for a little while to do a community post, or to just, you are going to see me hit rock bottom. You are going to see me at an all-time low. You are going to see me, looking like absolute hell or even death. You're going to see me go through the worst time in my life, physically and emotionally. But I think this is the sort of thing that people need to see, if that makes sense, in order to make it real for everyone who thinks it's okay not to go and get seen, not to go and get checked out for something like this. If it's the only way, it's not for vanity's sake, not at all. It's not for that. It's literally to bring awareness to people who think that being a cancer patient is a certain way. I'm going to try and document this as best as I can. It's going to be difficult. Let me see if I've got some of these comments here. I'm not sure if this has been fixed or not. I've not been live for so long. Right, let's have a look. Oh, I have got comments. Let me have a look. All the way to the top. Oh, it's difficult though. RS15. Hi. Sergeant Major Patrick Harper. Oi, oi, oi. Sarah's Random Videos. Hi, how are you? This is very difficult. It's very flickery. Transport Hub. Hi, Chris. I won't be able to stay on long. Got dinner soon. I hope you have a wonderful dinner. Wait, Chris. What's the matter? Sergeant Major Patrick Harper. I have got lymphoma. I'm now officially a cancer patient, and I'm really struggling with it. Lame advice: stay positive and keep fighting. No such thing as lame advice when it comes to cancer. Unfortunately, you take all the advice you get, you grab it, and you do the best you can with it. Don't ever mock anyone with cancer, because it can affect you, your friends, your family. You don't know. I didn't know I had cancer until about 2 weeks ago. I'm only 35. As I've said before, Chris, you're a strong guy, and you'll kick its ass away. Stay strong. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. God, these comments are lovely, but it's difficult to read them on this bloody screen. You'll be all right, Chris. You're a trooper. I do try to be a trooper. I do try. I've got to try and keep it together. You seem like the least likely person to have cancer as well. Well, the funny thing is anyone can have cancer. The human body is fighting cancer, believe it or not, 24 hours a day. You probably don't have cancer because your body does such an amazing job fighting it. However, it just takes one thing to trigger it off to the point where your body can't deal with it, and then that's when it becomes a problem. And that's probably what's happened to me. Lymphoma is a blood issue. It's in the lymph nodes. My body was fighting an infection, and although it probably killed the infection, I've now developed lymphoma. So my body was probably working overdrive to kill something I didn't even know I had, in the process gave me cancer. So there we go. We're all here for you, says Sarah. I really appreciate that. And I just really appreciate that. Also, you think people you know never get these sorts of things, but Chris will fight it. I will. I've got another one here. This is very difficult. Let me see this. Andrew Cleversley. Sorry if it's a bad pronunciation. Hi, how are you? I always go to Macmillan coffee mornings every year, Chris. Go to Macmillan. For those of you who don't do anything with Macmillan, or those of you who know what Macmillan is, Macmillan over the last week for me personally has been absolutely fantastic with guidance, with help and advice, financial advice. I'm now taking a massive hit. The car that you're actually sitting in at the moment, I'm going to have to give back. So as long as my rent's paid, the car can go. You know, it's just, it affects you in so many different ways. And so yeah, that's what's happening. It's just shit, basically. It is shit. Hi buddy, how you doing? I've been better, to be fair. The one-eyed vapor who's just messaged, he knows what's going on. He's a good friend of mine. The cancer's worse than we thought, man. But in a strange twist of fate, because the cancer is worse, it also means that it's more treatable, because it's going to be more susceptible to the drugs. However, I'm going to have to be in hospital for a long time. So it's not a case of go to the hospital for one day, have my chemo, then go home. I'm going to have to be in hospital for a while. And that's quite scary, because I'm going to get bored. We all love you. Sergeant Major Patrick Harper, we all love you too. Mwah. Oh dear. Do they do them at any local fire station? Oh, so if you know, you get to a Macmillan coffee morning, go find one, buy a coffee, buy a cake, donate to charity. It's absolutely fantastic. You're such a great guy. Your videos are fantastic and funny. Vinny Harris, oh, you make me blush. Don't say nice things like that. You'll make my head swell. And that's another thing. I'm also taking steroids currently to shrink the tumor that I have. So over time, you will see me balloon out like that, really big. I'm gonna get moon face. Moon face is what I'm gonna get, caused by steroids. Let's read some more of these. Kick its ass, pal. Yes, I will, Mr. McGarry. Sorry to hear that what you're going through. Honestly, I appreciate the nice words. I really do. You better know I'm coming for a visit, mate. Well, that would be nice. You know, I'm going to be in hospital from Monday for 2 weeks. Visiting times will vary. Then I'm going to be home for like 4 days, and I'm going to have to be in hospital again for like another week, and then home for 4 days and hospital again for another week or 4. It is difficult. Sending you big, major first bumps and hugs. Oh yes, I can feel them. Is your wife okay? No, she's not, because she actually came with me to the hospital today to find out what exactly is going on, and it's her birthday. So she's had like the shittest birthday ever. It's difficult. Anyway, you are watching Chris's Real Talk, and I'm going to try and keep everyone posted as to what's going on. Try being the key word, and fingers crossed that I don't just get through this, but my family get through this as well. And remember, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm going to come back bigger and better and stronger. And that's what I have to keep on holding on to. So if you find this video, you know, informative, or if you think anyone needs to know about this just to bring it to anyone's attention, please give it a share, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a love, whatever you want. You know, get people subscribed, get people watching, because at the end of the day, this is a passive income which I don't get paid for yet. I don't have the views, and being the position I'm in with money at the moment and work, you know, the sooner I get monetized, even if it's the smallest amount, any little help. So you know, please show some love. Have a lovely evening.